about those things. Let's talk about it. I'm on YouTube. I want everybody that just heard me on this, on Likey. I want everybody that just can communicate. And the blog is State of Texas Social Media. And we're talking about socializing social media. I want everybody that was just on my thing. And we're talking about this floor mat about us being on social media, and we're connecting in different levels. So when the state of Texas, when I put the state of Texas social media and I do these things, we can go get more of an understanding. And I don't trust that because some people can take your data away from whoever control that app. That can be a daily thing, guys. Everything is not a real app. That can be daily. Yes, they'll try to get your information. And that's why I don't want to use that. And they'll try to get your information. They will try to, people that's not interacting with you and they're coming up with a creative app. That can be the downfall. But we're talking about state of Texas social media thing. And let's talk about me that been, I'm Hubert, and I have been on Facebook and I have been on MySpace. And I have talked to not just black women, white women, Mexican, and I have interacted with some white women, and they blow you off. They blow you off in a way when you try to holler at them, and we try to be nice, and they have an attitude and be mean. And a woman talked about that Young Jeezy baby mama, when a Young Jeezy wife baby mama talked about that on her social media chat when a man can't get what they want. But it's not that. It's how when the guy Alicia Keys, the one of the guys on SWAT, and he said he tried to talk to Alicia Keys, and Alicia Keys said, I got that taken care of, that part taken care of already, right? The guy that's SWAT, and they thought he's sitting up there with others. He plays on SWAT, and he said he tried to holler at Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys told him, I'm in a relationship, right? But these other women, they have so much attitude and they stuck up with it. And it's hard for us men to be nice when a woman can tell us, hold up, I'm in a relationship right now. And just not brush the situation off, but you want to call names and sound mean. And I had that on social media. I deal with that from a San Antonio woman, a Texas white woman. And I don't want a Texas woman. That's something I have to understand and what's best for me because I have interact with people on Facebook. I have did all of those things and how women act from Houston, how white women and black women act from Dallas. It get that kind of situation on Facebook where they want to know you and do you wrong. It's about being nice in the situation. Well, my one thing my Facebook, and my Facebook gonna say single is single. I can't even get on other Facebooks no more, and that's relationship. I can't even get on most of those things, and I break up, and I've been on every platform. Yes. But it's the way these women want to talk to us and be stuck up in me. But if you can't handle them, you can't. All right. But as soon as a man put a hand on you, we got a different story with that. So we got to realize how women need to treat men and how we need to be treated. I don't know about y'all because Dallas did some fucked up shit. I know how I want to be treated if I'm interacting with a woman, if I'm in a relationship. Because a woman must treat you right and a man must treat that woman right. But in my relationship, I wasn't getting that same Because jealousy friends, jealousy cousins, jealousy things was going at me 14, and I wasn't getting that same thing over. Jealousy friend, I wasn't getting those same things in return. And that can be the biggest downfall where jealousy take over and the rest of those things take over. And me interacting on Facebook, I'm on MySpace, I'm on other platforms like Facebook, and we really have not found no other app that's like Facebook and MySpace. What other platform that we can get on the computer? What other platform they got like that when we can get on Facebook and MySpace? I tried to download Likey on my computer and I can't even go digital with Likey. Like I want to go on my computer and I got a webcam app on YouTube. If I download the app, I can't even go all the rest of that because they don't have the app that it needs. Or I gotta get a webcam to do this. I should my webcam is instead in the thing. Thank you. Is instead in that, yes. But they don't know how to talk to us. Women don't know how to talk, and like, man, I'm telling you, I went to Brookhaven one time before, guys, and me and Cash and them, we sitting there, and I'm taking a beat class and I'm taking a ceramic class, and we try to holler at this black woman, and she just acted some type of way. You women hurt, you go through things, but you want to say we the problem. And nobody wants to deal with that when you can't fix on yourself and work on yourself and work on yourself for healing or whatever somebody put you through. Whatever different relationship somebody put you through, work on that and get better. I dated this chick named Orion, right? And the most thing is I'm chilling with this girl, Samantha. And Samantha, she's in Dallas right now. And I confronted Samantha about the situation after my girlfriend came and told me. I furnished her right. And she got on her boyfriend about it, tried to holler at my girlfriend, Samantha in Dallas. She stayed in Dallas, Texas. Tried to holler at my thing. So, me and this girl around here, she worked at this hotel and she had a house in Plano. Samantha, Sky, some of used to come over there. And my girlfriend had all these games at her house. And had all of these things at the house. When me and her take baths, all right, Huber, you're gonna get the candles together. Me and her gonna have the candle. We're gonna do this. But me and her mama had a different problem in that situation. One thing God told me to tell you when I'm getting on social media talking, racism is gonna pay people. And God said, your lies need to stop. We understand the plot can get worse. And I told the Justice Department, people are getting paid to lie because they racist against God and our children, racist against us. And a racism attraction can happen. And that can be, it's just not about intelligence. If I'm telling you my gifts and I'm telling you my challenge and problem, people in the state of Texas is not going to agree on that, on those things. And that's where but I get better and better each day. I don't complain. One thing God told me to tell you, when you talk about your challenge and problems with the world, don't take it out on them. They don't deserve it. You find a way to get better at what you want. And I've always did that. But the state of Texas think I had it easy. They think that money they gave me, I had it easy when it comes to growth they want to learn on the job. They think I had it easy. No, that's not. I'm from New Orleans, but I stay in Texas. But Texas is my home too. They think I had it easy. Things wasn't not given to me easy because of the racism I had to. I told people when you see me on TikTok, it's something you cannot see when I was on social media, when I worked at Walmart, because the racism coming from our black people at 12, 16, the black managers and the black women that worked at 12, 16 in Carroll. You couldn't see that because racism and intimidation was blocking it. So what you see me now, you see me without all of it. You see me without dealing, without under Charles, Steve, and Jeff, and all these black managers that's racist. You see me not being under those things because when you're working in a job and you under these people, intimidation or racism attack can happen at the job. And that can stop you from moving. And I'm gonna tell it. And you're seeing a different part of me that you ain't understanding because I was being blocked by racism. You can't get that best of me because I was being blocked by racism and Walmart and in the business. So it's hard to see my spirit and you see me in a different light because when you go to my TikTok video, don't think of the artist's songs. I want you to see the spirit of the happiness when they don't have to deal with racism. I want you to see that I have gave Charles many times. I have gave these businesses many times, but they broke those chances and they broke God chances. And that's something we have to understand. Stop being sarcastic. Because I know sarcastic mean, okay? That pisses me off when you do that, okay? Stop it. You're being sarcastic in a situation. I know what sarcastic means, okay? And I hate to talk about this. I did it in my relationship because you're pissing me off right now. And I hate that I got to answer to you. Answer to because it's a socialized situation. I know sarcastic. I've been sarcastic. When you want to get more of your love or attention, I did that with Sabina. I would say sarcastic shit to piss people off because I wanted more of their affection and more of their love. So stop being damn sarcastic. And I say stuff to piss my lovers off. And I know they love me and I know they care. But I say shit to make them angry. I did it with Sabrina because I wanted more of their love and their affection. Let me tell you what it comes with that. We all know when a woman pass you, when you're on your game, you could be in your game at your house, and you with your man and your woman will pass you because she want more of your attention. A woman will show you more of attention. She want more of attention from you. And she will show those things. And we can sit on our game and play our game and do what we do and do those things. I had to deal with Nikki with that situation. Okay, I had to deal with her in that situation. That okay, I'm in my own little world. You want me to pay attention to when you want me to pay attention to, and she passing by with a little ass, a little whatever in the house and doing all of those things. You women, what you do for attention? We men can be kind of, we kind of can do stuff for attention way when we want our women to do things and we wanted to get more attention, but I took it to fault the bullshit. I be saying, oh, you like that boy, you do this and that. I be getting it to the point and I know they care. So I be getting to the point it pisses them off. And I know I got under Sabina's skin really fucking bad. That's no damn I know I got under hers. But I wanted more of her affection. When I was like when other friends came around and Zach started to come around his friends and they started to I said, hold up right there. That's my girl. And I'm gonna keep the focus on me and her. And I just wanted more of her attention. So I would say stuff and I would just act some type of way. because I'm getting more of your attention. And then everybody said if your girlfriend look at somebody they mean, they look, look with that. But let's talk about this because when we talk about social media, we talk about relationships. Social media is a part of relationships, is a part of friendships, is a part of all of these things and all of that. I would like message people and they would message me back, and I would let Sabina sit up there and look at it. Even though I'm not cheating, I would do that to piss her off because I wanted more of her attention. It's CC sister, one of the CC sisters, Chantel, and she used to always sneak in my window in Carrollton, Texas, at like 11, and she had problems with her mom and whatever that is, and she sneak in my window and she lay on the couch, and we was friends. She lay on the floor of my room. I sneak in my room, and she lays on the floor in my room. And sometimes, even though I lied to Sabina and say me and her had sex, but I wanted to piss her off and, to get more of her attention. I didn't actually do it, but it was just about pissing her off to get more of her attention. And sometimes I take it too far when you're trying to get your love or attention. Sometimes I will take it, and I think I took it really too far when you want more affection from your lover and you want more affection from me. You know, plus the mirror was in my ear. It had a lot of other people saying things they wasn't supposed to say. So I would say stuff to piss off, but Chantel, that CC other sister, she every like a couple of nights she used to when we stayed in Carrollton, she would sneak in my window and I give her a cover and things. And she would just I was in high school and she was in middle school. And just she was going to Perry. And we are friends, nothing to go there, man. We are friends. And she just slept. This is a true story. I sneak in my window in the Carrollton community, sneak out my window, and just she give her a cover and late, like some like on that, and it was just a friend, but I took it too far with that situation. Hey, I took it too damn far. Hey, I know my behavior. I know my behavior. I know what pisses my love off. I know my damn behavior. I know it gets pissed off. I know I just piss off because I wanted more of an affection and and everything. So I think when I started taking the mirror to the mall and we started to get birthday presents, that started to create jealousy. And you got to understand that when we in that relationship and we're in Carrollton, Texas, and I'm dating her, we went to the mall or gallery, we bought a big bracelet for her, and all those things started to happen. I think that caused more problems in that relationship. And let me tell you, I know one thing when I'm dealing with Sabina. I know one thing. Her mama always her dad always taking care of her. And that's why when she asks me for something, she really don't need, unless it's a birthday present. Sabina mom and dad always took care of her and always looked after her. So it's kind of weird when somebody asks me for something and then give it to Demir. And I help Demir out. Don't get me wrong. But only certain things I can do when I take care of me. I have to make sure my haircut is neat, my shoes, my clothes. There's so many things that I have to do. Phone bill needed, and people don't understand that. If I get, I have to make sure these things are taken care of. Hygiene, all the rest of these things. Every time I work at Walmart, I gotta go to get a haircut. I gotta keep myself up. And I talked to Jessica one day. I gotta keep my hair groomed. And Walmart, they tell you when you're working at a Walmart, they tell you in orientation, You got to keep your face groomed and keep yourself up. So it tells you that you groom yourself, you come in there clean, you're doing all that. So my appearance right now, look, not right now. It's been hard for me to follow a barber because people in Carrollton and the Addison barber been acting ass. And it's hard for me to find a barber at this moment that I can be comfortable with because I'm on social media and that's causing confusion. I seen the barbershop workers acting up. Not the lady. I seen the guy that's some of the other guys act up in a way. So it's hard for me to find that barber that is comfortable. Bill collectors. Number don't exist. They will leave a message. So it's hard for me to find those things that the thing with all the rest of that. To find a barber. People are talking about that there. It's hard for me to find a barber. Because y'all been behaving yourself. The barber at racetrack, they was being racist. So if I tell them to go look at the camera and I say, hold up. When I sit in this one barber in Addison by racetrack towards Carrollton, Texas, racetrack, and I tell them to look at that barber and saw racism in the eyes of our black people, how can we understand it? If I message the Justice Department looking at me with racism and how they was acting at that blue barber shop. So if I tell the Justice Department to look at those cameras and look around when I was sitting down and racism was being started, and we tell them that their spirit behavior was acting up. They didn't want me as a client. And there's a bunch of black people acting up in that way. And I can't help what I see out the spirit. So when I go do these things and I go to Carrollton, Texas, and I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna say, hold up. If you look at the cameras at that company I went last year, and those are the things that way it is. But everybody talking about I'm starting shooting everyone. You mad because I see your spirit. God, you mad because God able to see how you act. And they was gonna have me wait there, then I come back the next day and they still acting the ass. I even seen it up in Atlanta barbershops in the community. And it's hard to say these things because of the behavior. But let me tell you, I'm smart and I always had ambition. And I always had these things in a way that you can understand. For number one, I got a cousin that stays in there. I just don't got a baby mama family. I got a cousin that stays from New Orleans, stays in Atlanta. So I'm not worried about I just baby mama family and all the rest of that. I got a cousin family. I got family up in fucking California for all of those damn things. Tennessee, that's on my mom's side of the family. If I ever get caught in the gym, I got family in Tennessee that's on my mom's dad. We haven't talked to them in a long time, but I know when we reach out, it will. We can. We know we can make it happen. Memphis, Tennessee, and Tennessee, on my mom's dad's side of the family. I was out there in Tennessee. I stayed out there for a while. My nanny stayed out there in New Orleans. I stayed out there in Tennessee for a while. We stayed in the country part of Tennessee. And they got the woods and all the rest of these things. My mom and dad got buried in Tennessee. He died by on the West Bank by I think I forgot what that is by the they got a cemetery and they had apartments, little apartment house, little apartment things over there towards the West Bank. They got a cemetery and they got a little apartment thing, and he died over there in the house. So my mom's dad died on there, and our dad died. So we had to bury him in Tennessee. My auntie Shirley down there. Everybody's still down there. My nanny's son going to my school that I used to go to. They turned them to elementary. When I was in New Orleans and I went to Birmingham, you got the gym, you got the playground on the West Bank. And I remember I go to church on the West Bank. I go to church on the West Bank. And right there, you go where they said 10 cash money records. We stayed with Antonio, Wardell, Pops, and everybody on the West Bank of New Orleans. And sometime when we stayed out of trouble and we couldn't go outside, everybody, you go a little down towards the West Bank, and we would get in the back of the church. Everybody go out the apartment complex, out their house when we can't go outside, and we would go in the churchyard and play football with each other. And we would have to be inside before we get out because if we get caught on the street, like our mama would everybody know they can't be outside. So we would go in the parking lot and they got a park right there. We be inside and know what time they get home. Me, Antonio, Pops, and Wardell had this stuff around his mouth. They call him pussy. All the rest of them, and all the rest of them, my nanny. And I remember I was in the wall. I remember going to Birmingham. You got the playground, you got the gym, the basketball court, the playground, and you got the field. I don't know if they rebuilt it over there. And my nanny stayed on the left side where the gate at. And the school was right across the street from it. And the school was right across the street on Berman. And I remember I used to step on every 51 states, and I used to step on it, and it got me to memory of when I was in New Orleans, what I saw in there. It reminded me of me being at Berman. God said, even when you went to church, you have always believed in me. You have always believed in me. Let me tell you something. Girls, I played football in New Orleans, and girls was cold as girl. She was cold. Let me tell you, girls can be on that football field, and this is a matter of time until we start putting girls in those hammocks and being with men on that football field. It's just a matter of time till that start happening. It's just a matter of time until girls actually on the field with the men playing football. I didn't play football with some women in New Orleans, some tomboy girls, and they marched me like Randy Moss at the churchyard, the other churchyard. We got two churches on the West Bank. We have two churches on the West Bank. And I done played football with some girls, and some girls know how to play. So it's just a matter of time till men start accepting women on the court and on the football field. But they will have to have their own locker room at the moment, their own shower locker room. But that bind can still be growed tight. You ever watch Police Academy? Mahoney and them and the rest of them? He got caught going to the other women's side of the gym, the other women's side, and the chief caught him every time. His chief was watching him every time. Got caught on Police Academy. I got it on HBO. I still be watching it. I gotta get my stepdad to re-put the HBO Max for me on there, so I can watch it until one day. And he knocked on the door, wrong work, and she pulled him up in the room, said, "Get in here." Police Academy, we like the fun stuff about Police Academy. Because Police Academy was that movie. Police Academy was that movie. You know, I've been socializing. One of the senators says about socializing. I've been socializing since New Orleans. I've been participating, but trust has been broken. And those things can't happen in Dallas, Texas. Yellow Breezy broke in my trust. They took Yellow Breezy's side and they took Trap Boy Freddie, and that's why I'm suing him from 30 million. I'm gonna be, you know how I'm gonna win? Because the senator was watching me the whole time. Trump and Hillary Clinton was watching me on different platforms. They was watching me. That's how I'm gonna win against Yellow Breezy. That's how I'm gonna win against him, because I was being watched the whole time. That's how he gonna lose. But we just need them to tell the truth and speak up that they was watching me on social media. Go listen to the song All Day by Kanye West. I called Rockefeller. I messaged them last year about it, but I just messaged them again. I called iHeartRadio, New York Network. They all gave me all of this thing. I didn't just call DJ Envy and y'all live. And it get to a point nobody wants to deal with that, man. I want what you all this took from me. And this nigga in Dallas said, no, you take my money. You terrorize me for your selfish ambition in Dallas. You terrorize me for your selfish ambition. And you're going to pay me. Everybody that's coming up in Dallas, you're going to pay me for it. Chris Brown didn't want to come down here and do a show because we know what was going on. But you want to stand by Yellow Breeze. We know what's going on. But you want to stand by Yellow Breeze and them side, and they line that side of racism. That got Callan. Callan was on Live Me, and he picked everybody was jealous and all the rest of these things. And he picked the guy that's on there, he picked jealousy. And I see him going on tour now. I said, you picked everybody over there. You had a woman, you had two dudes, you picked jealousy. You gotta watch out for these dudes. Because even as you winning your competition, they will pick women over, some niggas will pick women. I have been on every platform. Everybody, they're gonna try to attack you. Let me tell you what I told you. I'm gonna have to tell the justice. I saw that woman's spirit of jealousy. I saw her. She know what she was doing. So I'm gonna tell her the action that happened yesterday, the spirit of jealousy that I saw her, and the behavior is gonna add up. When she was driving past, the spirit of jealousy was being saw when she was crossing it. Jealousy. But let me tell you, we're talking about social media and we talking about things, me interacting with y'all and me interacting with y'all and me doing it. We see the spirit in the car. And that's something I have to understand. We able to see the spirit in the car. We able to analyze the spirit behavior. And she was worried. She looked at me worried. Because she know that I know about her spirit misconduct. She was very worried that I know about her spirit misconduct. She can't even look at me because I know about it. I caught you before you know it. Pure jealousy, driving fast. Pure jealousy. You think I didn't know? God said, you think I didn't know? And that's why I filed a racial complaint. You think I did not know against the White House behind that accident? You really think that I didn't know? Her spirit was jealousy. And she can't even look at me. Because she was dead wrong. Before we collided, her spirit was saw jealousy. And she just driving with evil and jealousy, driving with jealousy and evil, jealousy. And I'm like, hold up. I see you before we collided. Your spirit was caught before we collided. The jealousy in the spirit, your intentions was already there. We able to see the driver's spirit in their car, the way they spirit behave, the way these things is. It was by jealousy. It was jealousy in that car. So when I tell the civil rights that accident that happened yesterday, it was jealousy. She doing this. And she driving without no stopping. And her spirit is being caught while we crossing paths. And I'm like, I see your spirit. She can't even look at me. And just the jealousy just driving. And me being on social media talking, and that's the main thing when we're gonna talk about with the Justice Department, with that accident. Me being on social media and then watching me in the community, that caused more confusion. That was planned. Her behavior was planned, and I'm warning this community. God is warning you. And I'm gonna tell the Justice Department, God is warning, and they're gonna be able to see. They got cameras, but I want you to see that her spirit of jealousy. Don't look at the car accident. I want them to look at the spirit in that car of jealousy, the behavior of evil ways. I want you to look at the spirit of those things. So they're just not gonna look at the car collision. I want them to get inside the car. If the cameras can see inside the car, to look at the spirit behavior of someone. That's what we're gonna analyze. The wildlife police is gonna analyze the spirit behavior of the car, the driver's spirit behavior. That's what you're gonna analyze in that car. You're gonna analyze the spirit behavior in that car. And that's what you're gonna identify. So when I get on here, the accident that happened in Wale, we are going to analyze the spirit behavior. Just don't look at the car crash. I need you to analyze the person's spirit. Because when I was coming from one way and she kept going, and we had to go ahead, she kept going with jealousy. Analyze, God said, analyze, the Justice Department, can you analyze the spirit? And those things that we're going to have to identify when I tell him, I told him I'm filing a civil rights complaint. Because he said, stick by the rules, your community still want to be analyzing the spirit. So I'm going to tell the Justice Department and a civil rights leader, analyze that spirit of jealousy. Don't look at the car colliding, analyze the spirit behavior of that driver. The way that driver was acting up in the spirit. And it was pure jealousy. Pure jealousy of understanding. Now, other people in there need to stop. Because the thing is, this didn't have to go like this, but Senator Ted and they pushed it at the Social Security would have just listened and stopped trying to control damn everything. Your behavior, your Social Security behavior. So we also going to talk about anything happened to Social Security workers coming from underneath that table. Because God saying these events won't be happening, that they won't be treating us bad, and that they would have listened more. So when I file this other complaint against the Social Security, anything happened, the Social Security workers will go to jail. Because this started behind their behavior. Go poop, go in the room. So, you know, I was in church and people said I was gay. That's not the definition of it. I ain't gay. But let me tell you something. My energy has been taken to another level. My energy has been taken to that another level where I can learn how to master the energy and master the spirit of the energy. And they have to be taken to that level. Everybody looking down. No, your spirit more intrigue me more than everything. So it's not those things when people start looking down at my job. Let me tell you, my energy is more powerful than anything. My love of God is more. You wipe your booty? Wipe your booty. Thank you, son. Analyzing those things, getting those things in the behavior that we understand. But the spiritual side been caught jealous. And this is a gift that God gave me. Yeah. All right. Flush the toilet. All right. You got it all up? I want to get ready to. Okay? I'm not. analyzing the situation. I can't help that the gift that God gave me. And that's just something that we can't understand those things. So, end of this month, we're gonna start the progress of getting my passport and start the progress of getting those things. The end of the month, we're gonna stop those progress. The end of the month, we're gonna stop those progress. But the spirit was up. Let me tell you, God don't see the devil. We're not gonna see the devil. We're not gonna see the devil in those ways. And we have to understand that the devil is not gonna be seen. But we talk about social media and connection. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to talk about one topic, and my energy is all over the place. It's hard to talk about one topic, to stay on one topic. I don't got a person telling me to stay on this topic. And it's hard when you're your own boss in your own media and you can just do what you want. I'm not being controlled until, but let me tell you what the court tried to do. And me talking about this on stuff, the court tried to not to bring up the mayor misconduct. And he got something to do with this. Him and City Hall and them got something to do with everything that's going on. So I had a reason to put the mayor involved in this situation. And I'm gonna tell that Judge Kennedy that decided to defy me and defy the laws of what we do. Could flush that toilet. I did. Decide the laws and not in. You a judge. You asked me to speak. Go. Go. Flush that toilet and cut off that light. I'm going to get my justice and ain't a damn thing nobody can do nothing about it. But hatred and lies. So they did me wrong. Waiting. And we want to, what? You flush that? Go cut off that light. And you gotta use it again. We don't care how long it takes. We don't care how long it takes. I'm not meant to take a loss. When we know this society and know this world. In Yellow Prison, I ain't taking no loss. Trap Boy Freddy and the rest of you Dallas kids that got hatred in your heart. I want to leave. That's the problem is. If you gonna keep making money off of terrorism or what you get, give me my motherfucking shit. You niggas can't be trusted, nigga. You niggas can't be trusted. None of you dumb niggas can't be trusted. So I want what you took, and y'all smiling. No, you took my money. That's my come up when I talked about this building. And I filed a civil rights complaint. And let me tell you, it's going to get to a person where everybody that I didn't talk to, whatever, I had a great time. I remember faces. So people can do what they do. But I'm going to tell you something. I want to let you know something because God said every time they're going to take the Social Security more time to get those calls and find out more answers. My money going to keep going up every time because of what the call center did and the workers did. So let me tell you something. While I'm waiting for the Justice Department to find out what they need to find out, and Texas giving me pieces. Texas is giving me pieces because I talked to the call center in Texas, and they're giving me pieces with they selfish ass. Pieces of my justice. Pieces of it God said you're giving me. God said you don't want to change a damn thing. And you got a racist problem in your government and in your social security, and it needs to be dealt with. I told him, what makes you different from Walmart businesses? Social Security. I want to tell you, what makes you different from them? What makes you different from the outside world? My name is Hugh. Now that little mayor with his misconduct, he a big problem to our democracy. And he's a big problem for America. Him and City Hall and them members. And I'm going to tell the Justice Department, City Hall and them is playing dumb. And they are playing dumb. And they are playing dumb. God say they are playing dumb. And they are being sneaky and lying. And they are up to no good with the rest of the community talking about their damn tax dollars. They are being sneaky because of racism. My name is Hubert, guys. You trying to come in? Yeah. So, they community, let me tell you what we know. Y'all was running y'all tax dollars, right? So we know the people that when Trump was talking about where his tax dollars go at, right? And I don't got no problem with Trump, but we know some of the people that racist against God children and don't understand those, they're gonna have a problem with that, right? And understanding why I didn't get my justice from when Trump was in office, and that was wrong, right? But y'all got a problem with it. Y'all got a problem with it. And I'm going to tell them, your tax dollars is causing this confusion. Every hit, that thing that happened in it, y'all got a fucking problem in y'all community of Dallas and Texas. And y'all don't want to straighten up y'all act. Y'all don't want to straighten up y'all racist behavior. And that should not be said because y'all stuck up. God say one can't make change. It takes all of America to make change. It takes all of us to take a stand. And I'm sorry that I'm talking about different topics, but my energy is all over the place. It's all over the place in this format. It's all over the place. And I'm sorry. We're talking about social media. But I got so much going on. Go listen to that song called All Day. I call Rockefeller. Go get Jay. Go get Jay. Go get Jay. He want to continue to lie. And God say, I'm going to break you for it. No, now they want me, and I've been doing what I do. Racism and act behavior in this community need to stop in this Dallas, Texas. And need to stop. And people want to get mad because you fucked up. God, I told the Justice Department, I told Senator Ted, you have betrayed God too many times. Dallas, Texas rappers and the rest of them, you have betrayed them too many times. And God wants you to stay away from him. God said, tell his children and tell us to do anything with hatred and liars. God said, don't be afraid when you're the only kid that go on your social media. God said, don't go act with them. Don't think you're the only and you need to go out there and talk to people and do all of those things. God said, you got your TV, you got your games. Talking to people and connecting with people should make you comfortable on social media before you meet them. I should not have to put in the work, and I've been putting in the work. And I'm gonna tell the Justice Department, you got all of my things, and you've been having my thing. I shouldn't have to put in the work where we've been having the work. But let me tell you something. Even though Joe Biden, Trump said this, I can still win who I vote for that believed in me. But right now, Joe Biden waiting for that election to come. And God's starting to catch on. God is starting to catch on to what is going on here. God said, my ideas are not this, nothing but error. Ideas, nothing without truthfulness. Yeah. Ideas, nothing without truthfulness and understanding. Ideas ain't nothing without truthful and understanding. Gifts ain't nothing without truth and understanding. And God say those things. I have made a big impact on different apps. And Dallas will not make a fool out of God. And Dallas will not make a fool out of anybody that's going and promoting music and picking up books and learning things. But all this damn selfish ass behavior and Dallas and they trying to come up. No, God said we don't need that. Joy and Victoria say, bless my enemies. People don't have to mention your name, but they caught up in their name, right? To make you the topic of conversation. Everybody on Twitter, hold up. They say they gotta mention your name to make you the topic of conversation. And I'm gonna tell them I created that Trail app for not to be, for my videos to not to be blocked. I created that Trail app for it not to be blocked. I said I wanted the app to, and I'm gonna tell the Justice Department, I wanted the app where we can just play music and be ourselves, the artist, music that we like. I created that trail that other artists started coming on there and blocking it. And people that want to side Jeff, I created that app. And I want to tell a person that took my idea when Joe Biden know, that took my idea, my True app idea. That I created that app for not for you to block the material. You ain't, that's to say you're a liar and you stole something. You stole something. And you have all the other artists on that platform. If other artists can't see that we're trying to show them that we are fans, it don't need to be on there. It don't need to be on. I should have, when I messaged the thing that I shouldn't have to fight over that trail. I shouldn't, and I'm going to tell them, I shouldn't have to fight over that trail app with the artists is on. I shouldn't have to fight over that trail app because I wanted the app created because of music, but you're taking the app that I gave you and you're taking it for a joke. That's not why the app was created. And I'm going to tell, and I done gave you many ideas and you ain't watching me on social media. So the person that created that app, that should not even be the problem here. The person that created it, after they listened to my ideas. Let me tell you, in the music world, in the gospel world, we're going to buy a property with nothing on it. And everybody going to get matches on those properties. It's gonna be a music effect. And Bun B wanted to start it UGK Island. He got everybody that he get along with on UGK. Everybody got their own house. They get their little fence. They got their mansion, got their fence, but it's UGK Island. Bun B have this blueprint and it be UGK Island. He putting every artist will have mansions on his island. This will be a music affair, music family affair. We don't have to worry about neighbors complaining. We don't have to worry about nothing. But Bumpy, we gotta have trust from everybody we miss. We gotta have trust from everybody. When I want Bumpy, when you build this land, Bumpy, you gotta have trust for everybody you miss with. You can even put a burger place on the property. I even talked about having a club on there. When I get on here with ask, hold on, let's put a club on. Nobody having guns or none of those things on there. At the club is on the property. And that's why Patrick, up in that saying when they decide to take no taxes and Patrick complaining. But I also, you want to have money for schools and things, right? But we can take the stuff that we buy in clothes and shoes and put that towards our income tax, towards the federal house income tax. Take our furniture. If we buy a single game, and we buy a game or a PlayStation, we can take that and if we buy a PlayStation 4, we have to find that each American, we have to everybody PlayStation, any electronics we buy, we have to file that on our taxes, and that would be income, that would be house property tax. All the rest, the even be in the low income, everybody will have to file that millionaires. If you buy a PlayStation 5 and you buy these things, any low income person, anything, will have to buy that, file this on their income tax. You taking 500 that you 600 you buy off a PlayStation, a TV that you buy, but you're gonna file all of that on your income tax and property tax. That money will go into property tax. That money, everything, every American must keep their receipt and file those receipts on their end, and those receipts gonna be for property tax. So it's another way to do these things and what we talking about. You know, what I thought about doing in the studio, I wanted to have a Walmart thing. I wanted to have a studio where artists clock in at. You got an HR. When we get in the studio, you're gonna clock in. If we in there long, we're gonna clock in. If you're doing any material, it's the stuff that I had in the music building architect, and we were gonna go HR to another level. But also in this music building that we're gonna have artists, other people bringing artists food in that building. And I talked about this in that thing. The artist menu. When I worked at when I was at McDonald's, I was planning and strategizing, and I saw stuff when McDonald's. You don't have to go up to the counter, and you can go up there. Where each studio had those things in the music building, had those things in the music building like McDonald's, those little things, and we go up there while we recording, and we just order and eat, and they bring food right there. Yes, and we just tap. Instead of sending people, this is gonna be a big event. Yes. But I've been on other platforms and they making me work for more stuff, music out, and all the rest of that stuff.